So we have recently signed a new act to Musical Movements, and his name is DJ Rish. He's with us today.
Come on.
And I think it's just great for the followers that may not know you at this point, just to get a little bit of a feel about you as a person, as a DJ, and a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, man. So I've been DJing for about 7 years now. Recently signed to Musical Movements. Shout out Nanesh. And came up the proper way. Started off as a roadie, and then learnt the ropes, learnt the hard thing, loading rig and everything. And then I sort of over the years developed my own sound and sort of kind of played to weddings and parties the way I would like to play it. And yeah, man, I'm an open format DJ. I can play Bhangra, Bollywood, hip hop, R&B, everything, Afro beats. Everything. I like to think of myself as versatile. Listen, if it's Sheila's 60th birthday, I'll pull out the 80s Madonna set, man. No problem.
Come on.
So we can
shout out to Sheila.
Shout out Sheila. But yeah, man, we're just I'm a DJ. I'm a host. I like have an eye for wedding production as well. So I'll work with clients to sort of make sure their setup works with the venue and the decor and everything they've got going on, to make sure when people walk in, especially, the tunes are on point, but also your guests will look around and say, wow, it's just really nice in here. So
it's good actually. It's funny you say that, because for me as a DJ, when starting off this whole journey, I was always more just like, when the clients were booking things, I was like, look, we're DJs first. If you want to book us for the music. The decoration, the aesthetics, etc., tend to come after in my thought process at that stage. But I feel like the demand for things now, for clients to have everything in one, essentially, like a good DJ, a good musician, a good production company, the aesthetics of everything. It's important, especially if you know the venues and you see a lot of the venues. It's also kind of nice to tell a client what works and what doesn't work. And I think naturally, for me, I'll always say that the main thing is always going to be the talent. It's always going to be the music. It's always going to be the DJ, because you can have any setup, but if you've got the wrong DJ...
100%. You're right, man. It does start with the DJ and it starts with the music. I feel like a lot of people will say nowadays, we can... if you're, for example, booking a DJ, people will compete by saying, we'll throw in this extra, we'll throw in this free. But at the end of the day, if the music's not right, and if you're a young crowd and you want someone who knows the music, was in the clubs at the same time you were in the clubs running the tunes, you want that rather than have 4 more lights, but then you're gonna have some uncle playing Chenya Chenya and that.
No, that's the thing.
It's not gonna work.
I agree with you. I think it's kind of I've always found it quite interesting because people naturally will call me and say, hey, look, we've got a quote from you, we've got a quote from another company, they're offering to add XYZ. And then I'm kind of like, but who's the DJ? If you're competing on specific elements of things, like the first question should be like, who is the DJ? Yeah. Because anyone can just say, hey, look, I'm going to put this here, put this production, put this setup there. But as anyone that follows the brand will know that we care about the DJs, we care about the talent that we represent. And I think you're going to be a phenomenal addition to the team. And I've listened to some of the mixes you've been working on, man. Again, like I know what's to come, but tell the people watching what they can expect, man. Yeah. So one change I've made this year is the mixes I put out, I want them to be production quality, because I can mess around the decks and make about 15-20 mashups easily. It's bread and butter. But to actually make something production quality, put it out on platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, where it's more accessible to people. Because I used to do a lot on Mixcloud, but sometimes you say Mixcloud and they're like, well, what's that? They're like, SoundCloud? No, it's Mixcloud. Okay. And then people have short attention spans these days. They're not really going to put in that effort. So make production quality mixes and put out a body of work to not only show versatility and fusion of genres, but also make it at a point where it sounds like it's a proper produced track. Shout out Dom, who's the producer, very talented guy. So he's been helping me a little bit to get my sound on point. Okay, great, amazing. I think there's key secrets to making sure each party that any DJ plays at goes well. I want to just ask you, what advice or what's your workflow in regard to doing an event? Like how do you make sure that you smash them parties?
Firstly, it all starts with the meetings with the bride and groom. Make sure what they want for their wedding, capture their vision. Some couples already have a vision in mind and they kind of want you to make it come to life. But then also some couples will let you take charge and say, look, give me some ideas. Let's brainstorm together. So we can work with both. But I think the main thing is, our advice I would give couples is, cool, give a guideline, but don't try and micromanage the DJ, because I think you have to sort of leave it in their hands. They have the experience. They've DJed hundreds or thousands of parties and they know what works and what doesn't work. So I would say, work with the couples, deliver the vibe they want to bring, but at the same time use your experience to make their crowd happy. And at the end of the day, if you shut down the party and everyone's coming up to us saying, yo, killed it, your DJ was amazing, best party I've been to, they won't be upset if you missed one song from their playlist that you didn't think would work. So I would say, man, one of the things I like to do is I like to DJ and bring everyone involved with my genres I play and incorporate everyone. But at the same time, I also like to host. I do, obviously, announcements is the obvious thing, but even while the party's going on, we hype up the crowd, we make them jump, we make them all kinds of party tricks, and also with the production, we incorporate that. So if I'm going to build up to a drop, I'll have my own remix that's got a drop. I'll hype up the drop, but then I'll speak to the lighting tech and say, look, when it drops, make sure the lights are strobing, make sure the wall's flashing. So I think all those things coming together, you deliver that vibe that you're looking for.
That's great. Yeah, man. Listen, I agree perfectly. That makes complete sense to me, man.
Yeah.
So Rish, you know, I've seen that you've been playing literally all over the place across the last few years. What's been some highlights for you? Like, where have you played that's really stood out?
Yeah, so the last few years have been really good for me, man. I've done a lot of work abroad, I would say. A fair few bookings abroad. I've done Italy a few times. I've done Portugal a few times, Spain, Toledo, Athens in Greece. I did actually a birthday party in Greece, and the person who booked me said, look, we've got a surprise act coming. And I said, who is it? And then out of nowhere, Shaggy just runs into the room. And I was like, what's going on? I was shocked. I was trying not to find out. It wasn't me, it was him. Yeah. So yeah, no, that was good. If you're talking UK, I'm fortunate to say I've DJed at a lot of the big venues in the country. I've done Fairmont, Grosvenor House, the Grove, Watford. They're personally my favourite venues I've worked at. So I'm lucky enough to have worked in some of the best venues in the country and done a lot of work abroad. So I'm at a point where I kind of have an understanding of a lot of the venues and what works there, and I can have more of an advanced conversation with someone. It wouldn't be like, oh, what can you put in there? What, you know what I mean? I can, yeah.
No, it's good when you know the venues. You know, you can guide a client through that journey,
Yeah.
and let them know what works well in different places. So it's good that you played in all these amazing places, man. I guess 2024 is going to be a great year. What have you got to look forward to?
Yeah, so this year there's well, obviously we're still closing a lot of work, but just up until now there's a few destination weddings coming up. We've got a lot of wedding receptions coming up. I'm looking forward to just putting out a lot of music as well. I think one of my goals for this year was to put out a lot of high level music. I think when you're DJing, especially for a few years, it's very easy to get lost in the whole business side of things and the venues and the production, but you have to remember you're a DJ at the end of the day. Yeah. It's about the sound. And I remember having a discussion with my friend about this, and what I want to do is I want to put out my own group of remixes that are at a production level, that are accessible to everyone. So I can not only, when you are booking me, I can say to you, look, this is how I run my shows, this is my sound, this is the music I like, and you can ensure that we're on the same page when we're working together. So I think, yeah, this year I'm looking forward to putting out a lot of music, a lot of good content, just to sort of show outside of the business who I am as a person and my selection of music.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I know it's going to be an epic year, man. So yeah, welcome to the team once again, man. DJ Rish in the building.
Come on, inside.